Yo, peace y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Today I bring to you sample request #2, and today I'm going to be showing you how I turn this
Are you sure that we're in love?
into this. So yeah, I'm gonna put the ad of the requester somewhere here on the screen and let's get into it. Right off bat, I know that the screen right now it's a bit different compared to previous videos of mine, and that's because like people were commenting saying that I should put the FL Studio screen on the larger section. I did that once and the video got like 20 views. It didn't perform too well, so I refrained from doing it because I was like focusing with what works best. But hey, let me give it a second shot. You guys tell me if you like this view or if you prefer the other one. So for those of y'all who noticed, my fellow musicians, you probably picked up that the sample was in 3/4 timing. So instead of like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, it's going 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So that was a big challenge. I started this beat maybe like a week ago, and I've made like maybe 2 3 FLPs just going over and starting again. It was a bit challenging, but I like that. So right off bat, what I did was I removed the bass and the vocals from the sample, and I pitched it down -5 semitones, and I have these chops laid out. Yeah, about 32 of those chops. I'm not gonna get into all of them, and I actually just used one chop throughout the whole thing. I think I just used one chop, and it's this one, with a bit of variation using this chop. It sounds like this without the bass. So yeah, using micro chops, I was able to turn the 3/4 sample into like a 4/4 sample. What I liked about this sample was the bass. I think that's the main focus of this beat, and it sounds like this together with the bass. Damn, you hear that, man? So that bass kind of reminded me of All Caps by MF Doom. So in my head, I was like, okay, cool. Let's try to make something of that nature. Dark, gritty, you know, with amazing drums. So to finish off the sample bit, I put in this sound. And it just plays every 4 bars. Very subtle. And for the second sequence, I made 2 chops to it. The second sequence sounds like this. But that's not what I used in the beat. I just used this small section over here, which sounds like this. And then I combined it with the last bar of sequence 1, and they sound like this together. So with the drums, there are 2 main things that I did. I created my own pattern, then I layered it with a drum break, although it's supposed to be the other way. I chose the hard way. So it sounds like this, my pattern. Yeah, you see, it sounds good, right? It's cool, but I think it was lacking in texture, and there are too many gaps in between. Does that make sense? I feel like the sustain could be more. It sounds empty in between each sound. So to fill in that space, that's when I got the drum break. Let me play that by itself. I chopped out the drum break. I really just used the individual sounds. I didn't even play it out like that. So it sounds like this. Are you hearing that? Like in between, it sounds a bit full. Although even this has its own empty sections, but together they sound like this. When they're together, the sum is greater than the individual parts. So we have come on, man, day and night difference. And then there's a second sequence I did with the drums. I don't know if you can call it a sequence. It's just a small change that I made. I added an open hat right here. Didn't change this pattern at all. It's still the same. I just put in an open hat. And the reason I did this is because sometimes, to me at least, open hats can kind of be redundant. In my beats, I don't really like using open hats too much. I really struggle with picking them. Like sometimes 10 minutes picking an open hat. Ridiculous, man. So those are the drums, and I added tons of texture. All of the stuff that you see here, man. From here to like here, it's textures. So we're gonna start off with the most complex texture. Complex. It's this phrase that I took. Let me play the phrase.
That's pure bullshit, my friend. Let me give you some good advice.
So I pitched it down 4 semitones and I removed the sync function, so it's not necessarily in tempo. As I was just playing around on my beat pair here, which I bought by myself. My mom didn't buy it for me. I worked hard to buy it, so I love it. Okay, I love it. I hope I'm looking into the camera. I love it. It cost me a lot. So I was just playing and I came up with something like
That's pure bullshit, friend.
I put in a lot of effects, and one of them is gross beat. So I wanted to replicate that scratching turntables type of thing, DJ Premiere type stuff. But you see, I don't got the turntables here, so I used gross beat and I did this. That's right, it's not even a preset. I did this. I feel like Mike Dean. So anyways, it's just this. I don't know how to explain it. I was just fiddling around and I boosted this mid-range frequency, and here I put in a lot of compressors. These two are for side chaining. This is just for the volume. And I routed this channel, right, to this one. Insert 21 with Pancake. Basically pans the audio. Left, right. And I put the stereo to 100%. Then this is what I have. The more simpler textures. Let me just play about 2 of them. I'm not trying to make this video 30 minutes of nonsense.
Our program is
Yeah, even the textures are fine, man. And I got this Dr. Doom vocal. Yeah, since I was thinking of MF Doom, and also I'm a very big Dr. Doom fan. What do you know about Dr. Doom? Victor Von Doom, man. I'm gonna get into that one day. Not today though. So I kind of reversed this, like maybe this first section, so that it doesn't enter abruptly, so that there's kind of like an intro to it. And it's very small. It's very quiet. It sounds like this. So it'll be like,
to abolish disease, to eliminate crime, to establish a perfectly content, perfectly ordered world, all under the benevolence of my iron will.
yes, Victor Von Doom. Yes, sir. And I put in a lot of effects. I got door cassette, vinyl, little radiator, decapitator, sketch cassette 2, and degrader, man. Basically all vintage plugins, man. I'm trying to make it sound like it's from the radio, and I cut out some high end to get there. So this is before the effects.
To abolish disease, to eliminate crime, to establish a perfectly content, perfectly ordered world.
Day and night, man. So thank you for those of you who made it to the end of the video. Much appreciated as usual. You know, put in your own sample requests, reach out to me on Instagram, maybe through the comment section. You know where to find me.
our program is That's pure. That's pure. That's bullshit, my friend.
Do I have to say anything? Do I have to say anything? I could just end the video right here. To me, this is art. Thanks for tuning in as usual. I'm grateful, and I'll see you probably on a Saturday samples. You know I'll be here.